There are some very British artists that I don't think I would have been exposed to as much if I'd stayed in Copenhagen. Stormzy, Dave, James Blake, Tom Misch. Football's big in Denmark. It's the number one sport, and every kid will, at some point in their life, have been exposed to football, whether it's through the breaks at school or whether it's through the PE lessons. It is big, and to me it was everything. Like, it consumed all of my life, and there was one thing that I wanted to play football. I feel very lucky and privileged that I've been able to still be that child that loves playing football at a tender age of 32. He's been really good. It's obviously not the easiest thing to come in during the season, not having the pre-season to prepare, to get your ideas worked on in detail. Like, he came in 2 days later, there was the first game, then there's not a lot of training sessions between that one and the next. So it's been very full on from the get-go. But first impressions are really good. He's ambitious and enthusiastic, yet still quite calm. Seems like a very good leader. I've seen him take the strikers at times, and if I were a striker, I'd be listening if Ruud van Nistelrooy gives me advice. So I think that's a capacity to bring in, and obviously huge respect for what he's done on the football pitch. And someone with a career like that, you just have to listen and try and see if you can learn something. Yes, I think so. I mean, it would have been tough, as it is with world-class strikers, but I think that's the moments that you work for and you cherish as a football player, the competitive moments where sometimes you might be out of your depth, or at least finding out where that is, and that is, yeah, that's the competition. I think I've always enjoyed that competition, the challenges, and he would have been a big one, but one that I would have enjoyed. Played against Lewandowski a lot when I was in Germany, and he made life miserable for myself and the clubs that I played for. And Harry Kane, Aguero, Osimhen was a very difficult player to play against. Lukaku, played against Haaland. He's a handful as well. So, like, I mean, there are a few in there that tick those boxes, but yeah, no one stands out. Pretty much the same. I know that there's been periods where there was a false nine and we didn't really have like a target man, if you want to describe the number 9 as such. But I think throughout football there's always been different types of players. There's been big, strong physical strikers. There's been the smaller ones, with a little bit more speed maybe. Everyone has had different attributes, and I think there are just phases in football where one is maybe in fashion, but I do think that these phases are quite quick. Haaland is a big striker again, and previously City didn't really have those types of strikers, or Guardiola teams didn't have those big strikers. There was Zlatan at Barcelona for a brief period, but I mean, I don't think it's changed that much, apart from them having to take part in the build-up and the play before they have to finish. I think that's probably the main difference. The strikers are part of the game sooner than in the past, and they have to work a little bit harder off the ball as well. A lot of pressing is asked of them nowadays. Friends and family, and my girlfriend at the time, now wife. I mean, I was only a kid moving out from my parents' house. I moved to a country that I was familiar with. I spoke the language. I'm half German, so the culture wasn't really a big shock. But I mean, it was kind of a change in life to live on my own and to take care of myself in every aspect, whether it was cooking, cleaning, transport, you name it. And I didn't have the outlet of just going back to my parents with my dirty laundry. So I had to rely on myself, and I think that was the biggest change though. So like definitely friends and family. My parents, when they visited, or my girlfriend, my wife, friends, everyone, they would cook traditional Danish food when they visited, so I could still feel like I was in touch of, in touching distance of home. I'm not sure I'd recommend anything, if I'm truly honest. I think it's more nostalgia than anything else. The traditional Danish food is quite heavy. Some sort of potato and gravy, and then I think the main ingredient of protein would probably be pork in any shape or form. So I'm not sure I'd recommend it to any outsiders. My mom's German and she's not very fond of it. The humour, I think there's a lot of good ability to laugh at yourself. I think that's a very good feature, very good attribute for someone to be able to not take themselves too seriously. I really enjoy that. I think the UK music scene is very nice. Some of my favourite artists are British, so I like James Blake, I like Tom Misch, Stormzy, Dave. There are some very British artists that I don't think I would have been exposed to as much if I'd stayed in Copenhagen. There are some massive names as well, but those are the ones that I think I'd like to highlight. That's a difficult question to answer for me, because I'm not the one that has to be around myself. But I do believe that I've gotten better. I think I was difficult to be around in tough periods, whether that was after a loss or after a game I didn't play or whatever. But since having kids, I think that's put some perspective into my life as well. I'd like to believe that I'm not so difficult anymore, but I think that question is best answered by someone else. Yeah, 100%. Helps me put everything into perspective, that my kids, they don't need the football player, they need their dad, and I think that's a good motivation for me to leave the things that would otherwise occupy my mind somewhere else, and then be the dad for them that I was very lucky to have as well, and it means the world to me. I think kids have played a major role in that regard. My dog Brady. It's a family dog. We had her since she was 8 weeks. I was a big Tom Brady fan, and when we got the dog, my wife suggested that we called Brady, and we've had many strange looks when people ask what the dog's name is. It's a lovely dog, a family dog. She's great with our children and any children for that matter. So she's definitely part of the family, and we'd be very, very sad the day that she isn't anymore.